Hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Hello, happy Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Yay, I got it faster. Hello, hello. Matria Raid, welcome, guys. Thank you. Welcome in. Who's ready for a SmackDown? You guys ready for the SmackDown? Let's go. I know that's what you're here for. She signs on every day waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge her fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got... Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queen. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diana hit him with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. Hi, OJM. TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diana's got game, and she's hard. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. You voted for Trump, request up. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jew. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diana delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a Diana, a crusader of truth." Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diana is the badass of SmackDown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. That's for you, MAGA, especially you MAGA men, the most he-emotional creatures that have ever walked this planet. Never seen a group of people that are so he-emotional, so in your feelings. Vote with your feelings, think with your feelings, talk with your feelings. MAGA men are the most he-emotional I've ever seen in my lifetime. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I'm going to bring up my backup account and we'll get into it. But until then, you can hit the little multi-guest button right down there at the bottom, the pink and blue person. Come on up. Come on up. The majority of Americans do not support Trump. That is a lie. That is a bold-faced lie. But you can come up and we can talk about it. Tim, how big a boy are you? Aw, Timmy's scared of me. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's chat. Thank you, guys. Be brave, Tim. You can do it. Come up here and tell me how I'm wrong. The majority of Americans. You don't know statistics, do you? I know facts are a stubborn thing and they don't go on your side, so you have to make up shit.
Kind of par for the course. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. Let's chat. If you're not following my backup account, make sure you're following my backup account at the bottom of the screen there. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Hey, Crystal. Libs can only make stuff up. Come prove me wrong. Oh, you have 6 followers. Nobody cares what you have to say. If you voted for Donald Trump, you cannot be an American. You are not a patriot. You are not an American. You are a traitor to this country. And you should be treated as such. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Go ahead. Come on up. I see all these profiles and courage, huh? They're just in here just spewing away at the comment section, but has zero courage. Oh. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. There's over 500 people in here. You can't tell me that they're all Harris supporters. If you guys won the majority, we Democrats are the only patriots left in this country because we're the only ones fighting for democracy. We're fighting a fascist takeover. We're fighting to not have a king or a dictator or an authoritarian. We're the only ones that are fighting for democracy. You guys have given up on democracy and you want a king. You want a dictator. We don't. We're actually trying to save this country and you're not. So Democrats are the only patriots left standing, which is why I would rather be an American than a Trump supporter. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I don't respond to the comment section. So if you're waiting for a reply from me, you're going to be waiting a long time. I'm here for conversations. I'm not here to talk to the chat because that's boring. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Why request to speak to this Karen, fascist Kermit? Next time, just say I'm too scared. It's fewer words. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up.
You invited me up here. I'm not scared.
Oh, okay. Did you vote for Trump?
I think it's obvious.
Okay. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm in New York and I am 35 years old.
Okay. Are you happy with how things are going? You're cool with people being kidnapped off the street with people that with no identification?
Is that framing false narratives now?
No.
Yes, nobody's being kidnapped off the street.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
not. Oh, what about the mayoral candidate today in New York who asked to see the judicial warrant for this client, and these people with masks and no identification, just wearing fucking baseball hats and black shirts, and taking him out and arresting him, handcuffing him, and taking him out of the building. His staff is saying, where are you taking him? Where is he going? Are you police officers? They would not utter a single word. They wouldn't answer where they were being taken, didn't answer who they were, didn't say I'm officer so-and-so. They're not identifying themselves like they have to. These are just fucking people just to snatching people off the streets and out of courtrooms. That's not America.
Yeah, you think that's happening?
This happened today.
Yeah, he was under investigation. Those are FBI agents.
You're a liar. Go get me proof that man was under investigation. Go. That is a bold-faced lie. Go get me something that he was under FBI surveillance. Go. You have Google in your hand. No, you're not going to speak another word unless you bring me a. You either concede that you lied, or you go get me a source. Go get me a source. That's not true. That's a bold-faced lie.
It's FBI.
It's a bold-faced lie.
It's FBI.
Okay. You're not going to give me a source. You can fuck off. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. He was under investigation. Not even no one is saying that but you. No one. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They were coming to take somebody out of the courthouse that was there for an immigration hearing, and he said, I want to see the judicial warrant. And they drug him off and handcuffed him. They didn't say, this is the FBI. You've been under investigation. We're coming to get you. You're a liar. Bald-faced liar. All right, fascist Kermit, fuck off. You're dumb. And you're a fascist, so I don't like you anyway. Get the fuck off my live. Liar. That's all they have. They don't have facts. They don't have data. They don't have sources. They have lies. They have misinformation. They have crash outs, and they have slurs. That's all they have. They have nothing. Nothing. They have nothing. This is straight fascism. Just straight fascism. Whoever this Eli is, if they don't request up, you just didn't mute them. They don't get to just sit in the comments and chirp. They're not going to have the cojones to come up here, then fuck them. I can't wait for the Nuremberg style trials. Can't wait. Can't wait. Because they're coming. He's a mayoral candidate and he's a New York City comptroller. They came to get an immigrant and he said, let me see the judicial warrant. He's an elected official. Let me see the judicial warrant. And they handcuffed him and drug him out. That's not the United States of America. That's full on fascism. Jan, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did. And the man was interfering with...
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
44, and I live in Illinois.
He wasn't in that. He asked them to see the judicial warrant. You have to have a warrant to pick somebody up. Legally pick them up. You have to have a warrant, a judicial warrant. All he did was say, show me the judicial warrant. And they handcuffed him.
I'm sure it was more than that.
It wasn't. There's a video. Go watch it. Go watch it for yourself. Why aren't you guys ever curious enough to ever look anything up?
Because I just got home from work. I'm like you. I actually go someplace every day.
You don't think that I work just because I'm at home?
You already told me once before this is your job.
Yeah, this is a job because I have to watch the news, keep up on the news, research everything before I come on so I can talk about every fucking thing that happens. Don't speak over me. Don't speak over me. I'm in the middle of my sentence. Just because I come on here for 3 hours, I do hours of research before I ever get on. I said, don't speak over me.
I have
right. I invited you up, but I didn't invite you up to interrupt me. Yeah, goodbye. Run away like usual. You're fucking cowards. I literally have to keep up on every single news story so that I'm prepared to talk about it. And I have time to research it before I come up here so that I know what I'm talking about, so that I have facts, because I don't go on assumptions or my own feelings. I look everything up. I make sure that it's there. So I do work. And who cares who pays me? If I'm crowdsourced and the people here like the education that I give and the entertainment that I provide, education is a work and entertainment is a job. So if they want to pay me and donate to me for doing the work, why do you care? I bet I make more than you, and you have to leave your house every day. You're just jealous because nobody will give you a penny for your thoughts. Nobody gives a shit what you have to say. Thank you, Carrie. Mind your own business. Why do you care what other people do? A job's a job. Just because nobody likes you and doesn't care what you have to say, that ain't on me. Miss J, did you vote for Trump?
I did not. I just want to.
I'm sorry. I only bring. I'm not trying to be rude, but from 4, I have a format that I follow every day from 4 to 6 p.m. I bring up just Trump voters, but from 6 to 7 Eastern, I bring up anybody. So please feel free to come back. I'd love to talk to you. I just have to keep my same format. Otherwise, if I let every friendly up to say something, then it becomes an echo chamber. So I hope you understand. I appreciate you so much. Alexis, thank you for the $5 Cash App for a $5 challenge to make Jan jealous. Okay, I'll put my Cash App up and Venmo up on my screen here. If you want to help my non-job and to piss off Jan, and you want to take part in this $5 challenge to help support my live, please feel free to do so. Diavatalks at Cash App and Venmo. They're both spelled the same way, and they both have my logo, so you know it's me. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate that so much. So apparently, Jan is jealous. And I've worked from home for the last several years before I did TikTok. So I still have had a job, but I worked from home. I worked remotely. I'm a paralegal working for a disability attorney. So, and I did it from home. I didn't leave my house and drive to a job. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. You can come up, Jan. You can come back up and we can continue talking, but you ran away because I wouldn't let you interrupt me. America Loving Nurse, the reason I can tell you're still a sub of mine is that word diva next to your profile picture. That means you're subscribed. I know I don't have to explain. No, I know I don't have to explain myself to her. But Jan, oh, Jan, thank you, boo. Thank you, Patty, for the $20 Cash App just to piss off Jan. Deborah, thank you for the $5 for the $5 challenge to make MAGAs jealous today. Thank you, Robert. Thank you for that, or Wet Spot. Thank you for the $10 to piss off Jan twice. Sophie, thank you for the $5. Thank you for all that you do. You're welcome. Dawn, thank you for the $10. I signed her check, Jan. Maui Wise, thank you for the $5. Tell Jan to shove it up her ass. Robin, thank you for the $5. I don't know how you do it. I know some days I'm telling you, my mental health takes a toll. Maria, thank you for the $5. Jan told me to send this to you. I love it. Thank you guys. W's in the chat for all the gifters. That was awesome. I bet I just made more than you in that 2 minutes than you made in an hour today, Boo Boo Bear. Keep being jealous. Keep being jealous. Oh, Kimberly, thank you for the $10 for FU MAGA. Thank you. And Shelly, thank you for the $10 on Venmo for all your hard work educating the MAGA dummies out there. Keep up the awesome work. Your sassiness inspires me every time. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. There you go, Jan. In a few minutes, I'll probably make more than you made all day. That's why you're so jealous. Rixie, thank you for the $5 for Marsha. There you go, Jan. Bunny, thank you for the $5. Jan said don't, so I did. And Devin, thank you for the $5. Jan's jealous ass. I love it. Marsha. That's for you, Jan. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. That was so kind of you. I love that. It pisses them off so much. I love it. Life happens. If they had the warrant in their hand, all they had to do is give it to him or show it to him. Whoopsie. All they had to do was show it to them then. But if you're just gonna keep chatting and not, are just not gonna come up, I'm gonna mute you from the chat because we're here for conversations, not for you just to keep chatting. What is funny is at the end of the day, Donald Trump is still your president. Ha ha ha. The joke's on you. Did I say he wasn't? Have I ever said one time? Jan stands for jealous and nasty. Ruben, thank you for the $10. Tell stupid Jan, Marsha. Oh, they're so scared. They don't want to come up. That's okay. I know it does take a lot of patience, right? Right. It does do a toll on your mental health. That's true. It is hard. Indie Guy, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
35 from Indiana.
All right. Are you happy with what's going on here?
Yeah, but in reference to what you were discussing with the judicial warrant, the immigration lawyers told the New York Times that you don't need a judicial warrant when you're in public spaces. And the immigration
They were in a courthouse. They were in a courthouse.
Where were they specifically?
Were they outside?
No, where were they specifically?
Were they outside in public? This is outside of an immigration hearing, correct?
Officials
It's a courtroom.
Judicial warrants. I'm reading you literally what they said.
Okay, who said?
Okay. The source is the Guardian.
Okay. Can you please tell me when you don't need a warrant to arrest somebody for immigration? For immigration, that's not true. That's not true.
Literally what they said.
I don't care what the Guardian said. It's not true.
So immigration lawyers telling New York Times they don't know what the hell they're talking
You just
about?
said the Guardian, not New York Times. Do you have your source straight?
Who provided the information? It's the Guardian.
Okay. Does ICE need a warrant to arrest in public? That is the fucking dumbest shit in public. What the fuck are you? They were in a courtroom. I don't know what is wrong with you, but whatever.
I'm just telling you what information was provided, and that's what I read. People say this guy is boring. It's because I'm not losing my mind.
Okay, in general, it says in general, ICE does not need a warrant to arrest someone in a public space if they shut the fuck up. I don't allow grown men to speak over me, and I don't need your disgusting noises. Thank you. Let me read the whole thing. Thank you. If in a public space, if they have probable cause to believe the person is unlawfully present in the United States and is likely to escape before a warrant can be obtained. However, the arrests inside a home or other private areas, ICE typically requires a judicial warrant. They were in a courthouse. They were not outside, and they were at a job site, and they spotted a brown person, okay? And they're like, oh, we think this is an immigrant, and so they run and go get him. That's not the same thing. He had paperwork because he was at an immigration hearing. Mm-hmm.
Immigration courts are considered public spaces, Diava.
But he also had paperwork because he was at an immigration hearing, which means he wasn't here undocumented. They knew he was here.
Jesus, I'm trying to answer you, but you mute.
I'm not muting you. It's my mods because they know I don't allow men to speak over me.
Okay.
No, that's the truth.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, in reference to what you were saying the arrest was not valid because of the fact that they didn't have a judicial warrant.
There was no reason for them to arrest the comptroller, no.
Okay, so in reference to what he was doing, he was holding on to the person that they were trying to arrest, and they were in an immigration court, which is considered a public space.
I know, but he had paperwork. If they're at an immigration hearing, they have paperwork, and they are not allowed to detain United States citizens. What the hell?
Diava, we're not talking about the arrest of that citizen. We're talking about the arrest of the mayor who was impeding on them conducting their business.
No, you can't arrest U.S. citizens.
Oh my God, dude.
ICE cannot. Okay, let's do that next. Let's do that next. Can ICE arrest citizens? He was sticking up for this man's rights.
Okay, that's fine, but he still was impeding.
No, U.S. Okay, the answer: no. U.S. No, ICE generally cannot arrest or detain U.S. citizens. Thank you. Thank you. Under only a fascist administration. Yes, a fascist dictator. A fascist dictator is what you want. Okay. So apparently that's what you want because you're just going around snatching people up. That's disgusting. Where's the Guardian? What's the name of the article you're reading? Because they're telling me that article is not saying what you're saying it is. So I'm going to read it. What's the article? What's the title?
Here, hold on. Jesus, give me a second so I can look. Hold on.
You guys want a dictator so bad.
We don't. It's just you guys don't have the same energy for someone that did the same shit when it was Obama.
He did it with due process. Not a single person did it. No, go get me something that says Obama. You're fucking wrong. Expedited removal is a form of due process because there's a judge right by there. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, do you want the name of the article now?
Yes.
Okay. New York City mayoral candidate Brad Lander arrested at immigration court. And it's on theguardian.com. Okay?
Okay.
I'm not being psycho with you. You're flipping the fuck out the moment.
No, because I don't like you. You're a fake Christian. There's nothing Christian about you. There's nothing Christian about you like your bio says, because you don't even listen to your own Bible. Because Jesus said, welcome the immigrant as a citizen, because you were once an immigrant in the land of Egypt. He's also take care of the poor, take care of the sick, take care of the elderly, not to take away their Medicaid and Medicare. So come up with me with your fake Christian bullshit. Yeah, you skip over the part where Jesus. You like that they're being deported. You like it. Shut up while I read this article.
Oh, you're so tough.
I said just be quiet while I'm reading the article. You're a child. No, I don't want you running off of the mouth while I'm trying to read the article because I have to turn my face away. Okay, can one of my mods keep him muted while I read this, please? Because this guy has the immaturity of a 3-year-old.
Fucking read, lady.
Lander reportedly told an AP reporter that he was there to accompany some immigrants out of the building. Tuesday's trip to an immigration court was Lander's third over the last month. He was arrested, according to video footage of this incident, as he and his staff walked with an immigrant who had their case dismissed pending appeal earlier in the day. Lander can be seen and heard in the videos of the incident asking the immigration officials if they have a judicial warrant. Additional footage of the arrest shows Lander telling the officials, I am not obstructing. I'm standing right here in the hallway. I asked to see the judicial warrant. Landers appears to be holding the immigrant's shoulder as the officials move him towards an elevator. I will let go when you show me the judicial warrant, says Lander. The officials, two of whom were wearing masks, then pinned Lander to a wall and put him in handcuffs. You don't have the authority to arrest U.S. citizens asking for a judicial warrant, Landers could be heard saying. Y'all, I have to start my live over. He reported me for bullying and harassing. So before I get taken down, I'm going to restart. I'll be right back. Fucking idiots. Welcome back. Yeah, of course you didn't report me. Sure. Just like you're also a Christian, right? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I see. I can't bring my. It's not showing my backup account as being in here, and I requested up. That's so weird. Let me cancel the request. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. I'm back. Try it again. Let's see if it goes this time. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. See, it shows I have no guests. Nobody requesting, and I am. I can't bring up my backup account. Can one of my mutuals just this one time? What's your name? Shit, Nitria. God damn. Let me have somebody just request up and see if I can bring you up. Nope. I saw you request, but it's not letting me bring anybody up. All right, I'm gonna have to start over again. I don't know what happened. It's showing I have nobody requesting, and I can't bring anybody up. I understand that, but I can't bring anybody up. Oh, I can't even bring up my backup. Ugh. This happened to Matt yesterday. All right, I'm gonna have to restart. Let me okay. Let me bring it. I can't even bring up that. Oh yes, I can. There we go. I can invite you.
I guess somebody brought me up, but I can't see everybody in the live.
Yeah, I can't. I can't see any. I see Maui Wise just requested, but when I go up, it says I have no one requesting. I can't see anybody.
I can't see Maui Wise.
All right, I'm gonna have to do a restart, and I'm gonna go out of the app completely, and like maybe just redo my phone and see if it's a TikTok glitch.
Yeah, it's doing some weird stuff.
And I just restarted, but anyway, it's saying it won't even let you request up. That's so weird. All right, let me go out and go around. Damn it. All right, I'll be back in a second. Oh my God, TikTok is glitching. TikTok is glitching. I'm going to just restart my whole entire phone. All right, I'll be right back. If anybody in the comment asks where I am, just say I'm having technical difficulties with TikTok. I'll be right back. I'm just going to restart my whole phone. See if this works. That was weird. I've never not been able to bring up guests. Don't have an update for TikTok. All right, let's try it. I had an update for TikTok, I think, yesterday. I did the update. That was weird. Hopefully it works this time. All right, we are back live. Let me see if it works this time. If not, I don't know what to do. Hopefully it works this time. I'm glad you guys came back. Thank you. Hopefully I'm going to try to join with my backup and see if it works this time. That'll be an indication of whether it's going to work or not. All right, let's see. Right, take 3. There we go. All right, we're back in business. All right. There we go. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. It is back to normal because I was able to bring my backup right away. So that should be good. Tell me about it, Gen X leftist. Tell me about it. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request.
All right. You're reading it.
Yes.
Paragraph just to what I said.
I know that's what it said, but the rest of the article doesn't bode very well for you. Just because an immigration attorney said that they don't have to have one in public. Immigration lawyers told the New York Times that officials don't need judicial warrants to make arrests in immigration courts because they are public spaces. Lander's wife posted an update on her husband's ex account less than an hour later after the incident took place. Hi, this is Meg Barnett. While escorting a defendant out of the immigration court at 26 Federal Plaza, Brad was taken by masked agents and detained by ICE. This is still developing, and our team is monitoring the situation closely. Lander's team echoed the remarks from Barnett in a statement to The Guardian. Immigration and Customs official enforcement did not immediately respond. In a news conference after the arrest, Barnett said she was extraordinarily proud of her husband and told reporters, "What I saw was shocking and unacceptable. What I saw today was not the rule of law. This is a place where the rule of law is supposed to work. I was able to call our attorney and retain him immediately for Brad because we have connections and the means to do so. Nobody else in that courtroom has that. I am confident that Brad's going to be out soon. This is just one more example of Brad's core value or Brad's values and actions. He doesn't just talk the talk, he walks the walk. He cares what happens to people." Masked agents from several federal agencies were seen lining the halls of 26 Federal Plaza on Tuesday morning, including ICE enforcement and removal operations, the FBI, and Treasury Department. What the fuck is the Treasury Department doing there? What the fuck? According to reporters on the scene from the city, video and news of the arrest made the rounds on social media almost immediately after it happened. Zohran Mamdani, a mayoral candidate who also cross-endorsed Lander. I'm so sorry. I have a tickle in my throat. Called out the arrest on X. This is fascism, and all New Yorkers must speak in one voice. Release him now. Julie Salazar, a New York State senator, called the arrest more evidence that ICE agents are flagrantly breaking the law. Lander knows his rights, and he was speaking up for the rights of others. ICE agents responded by unlawfully arresting him and refusing to answer basic questions, which is what I said, kidnapping them off without identifying themselves as police officers or anything else. Hold on. I thought there was a flash. Okay, TikTok just started a flash goal. If you guys could work on that while I'm finishing this, I'd appreciate it. Andrew Cuomo, former New York governor and Lander's mayoral opponent, wrote, "The arrest is the latest example of the extreme thuggery of Trump's ICE out of control. One can only imagine the fear families across the country feel when confronted with ICE. Fear of separation, fear of being taken from their schools, fear of being detained without just cause. This is not who we are. This must stop, and it must stop now." This is a very long article.
You don't have to. I just wanted you to read that part.
Okay, so you're cherry picking one thing, but that doesn't mean that what they're doing is correct. Do you think that last week when they shoved Senator Padilla out down to the ground and out of the hearing room and also handcuffed him, that when he was trying to ask Kristi Noem a question, do you think that was okay?
No, I don't.
This is what they're doing. They're being thugs.
All right, Diava, no, I don't.
Why are you okay with that?
I just said I'm not. I just said I'm not.
But when you came up here the first time, I asked you if you were okay with what the Trump administration was doing, and you said yes.
Because, Diava, I was saying it in reference towards the overall approach to immigration. If someone's here illegally, they have to be documented. They have to be vetted.
And he was at immigration court, so they know who he is.
Okay, but
that's called documented.
I understand that. But listen, what I'm saying to you is, when you were speaking towards the judicial warrant with Lander, right? In respect to the fact that immigration lawyers are saying that they don't have to have that, considering the type of space that they were in, and the fact that he was not allowing the agents to move the person they had detained to the elevator.
They hadn't detained him.
Okay, not Lander, the man that he was holding on to. Okay.
They hadn't detained him.
If Lander is holding on to someone that they are currently trying to...
He was escorting him, but you have to have a warrant. He was standing up. They have to have just cause. They can't just go in and snatch people that are brown.
I'm not saying they should be able
They are doing, but that's what they're doing. They're doing it everywhere.
Okay. I understand what you're saying, okay? But in reference to... I'm sorry. I'm at the NICU with my son, so I didn't know if a nurse was about to come in. So, in reference to what they're doing with the situations like in California and things like that, right? People were saying that, like, the LAPD was just firing on protesters.
They were. It's on video.
Okay. So, in reference to...
The protesters did not... Just a moment. The protesters were not violent. The LAPD put out on Saturday, the LAPD put out a memo. Did you see it?
I have not seen the memo. I just saw where they released the dispersal.
Okay, give me just one moment. One moment.
Jesus. I hope you lose your health, Indy. Thank you. That's wow. Jesus.
You voted for other people to have their health care stripped away. I think that's probably where that came from.
I wish people to be unalive. Jesus Christ.
That's not what they said. They said your health insurance, right?
I don't know. That's fine. If they said, okay, then I misread it. That's fine. Go ahead.
I thought they said to help you lose your health care because other people are getting their health care stripped away. I had twins in the NICU that were born 2.5 months premature. I don't wish anything ill on your child. I just want that to be clear. They did say health insurance, by the way. My twins' NICU stay was $1.3 million, and had I not had Medicaid, I would have owed for the rest of my life. June 7, which was the day after, that was Saturday. This started on Friday. On Saturday, the LAPD put out the news release. Today, demonstrations across the city of Los Angeles remained peaceful, and we commend all those who exercise the First Amendment rights responsibly. The Los Angeles Police Department appreciates the cooperation of organizers, participants, and community partners who helped ensure public safety throughout the day. While today's events concluded without incident, the Los Angeles Police Department remains fully prepared to respond swiftly and appropriately to any potential acts of civil unrest. The LAPD, who's in charge and who was there, said it was mostly peaceful, and they commended the people for doing so peacefully. It wasn't until fucking ICE got there and started pepper spraying, tear gassing, is when people reacted with violence. And they were some bad actors, but most of the protesters were not violent. And it was 5 Waymo cars. I don't care about cars. I care about people. I don't care about property. I care about people more than property. But they shouldn't have done it. And we all agree, all of us agree, that anybody who commits violence like that should go to jail. And Gavin Newsom came out and said they had arrested over 200 people, and they were looking through their security cameras to find more. So it wasn't like these people were just getting away scot-free. There was no need for the violence perpetrated from ICE onto the people, nor for Donald Trump to usurp the power of the governor to send our military there. That was a step too far, and that is when he crossed the Rubicon of being a fascist. You can't do that, and he invoked the Alien Insurrection Act, can't do that either.
Well, Diavo, in reference to him sending military there, I'll be honest with you, I agree with you, because constitutionally speaking,
Correct.
you have to get Congress approval in order to deploy military within the United States. So
Correct.
I disagree with you, okay? And I know that it's temporarily, what did they said that he put an appeal in, and that's allowed it to keep happening.
It's being heard right now, right? Like literally, as I was preparing for my live, the court case was actively going on, and I was listening to it because it's federal court, so they don't allow cameras in federal court. So I was listening to the audio, and they're still arguing it in court right now as we speak. And I actually have the news on mute behind me, so when if they come down with a verdict or a decision, I'll be able to see the breaking news go across the screen. But I guarantee you, the courts are not going to side with him. He's going to lose.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and step away because I am reading some of these comments, like saying that I want people to lose their health care and I have a baby in NICU, piece of shit. Like I'm not going to.
But that's what you voted for.
That's fine. If that's what people think.
No, it is what you voted for, though. It's not what we think.
Okay.
It is what you voted for.
Hold on. Where there talks about cuts to Medicaid.
Yes.
Chuck Schumer in Congress before Donald Trump was elected.
No.
No, there wasn't. You're sure?
What are you talking about?
When you had Democratic leaders in Congress speaking on Medicaid and talking about fraudulent, wasteful spending is what they would say, right?
And who perpetrates, okay, hold on. Who perpetrates 90% of the Medicaid fraud?
I have no idea.
It's hospitals and providers. People like Rick Scott in Florida, he had the number 1 biggest fraud of Medicare ever in the state of Florida. And somehow he's in Congress. But it's businesses that bill for services not rendered. It's bills for all kinds of stuff. They're talking about that. Okay. If they're talking about any type of abuse, it's from administrators and hospitals and doctors that bill for things that they don't get. It is not the poor people that have Medicaid. It is hospitals and administrations. They weren't talking about cutting Medicaid. They've always been against cutting Medicaid, but using inspector generals to go do their job and go and inspect these facilities to hold them responsible for fraudulently billing Medicaid is something that they do. But the Trump administration got rid of all the inspectors generals, which that was their job, was to investigate fraud and waste and abuse, and brought in Elon Musk to do that. So you're conflating what they were talking about. They're talking about the fraud that happens on the hospital and provider level, not on the individual people. That's a very low number.
Okay. Well, I'll read up on it some more then.
Yeah, I think you should.
All right. Well,
but I just want to be perfectly clear. I am not wishing ill on you or your child. I know how difficult, and I don't know why I'm getting emotional. Probably because it was just such a roller coaster ride. But NICU is extremely, extremely terrifying for the parents.
There's my guy.
Oh. Yeah, I truly wish you well and your baby well, because I would never wish anything bad. Because it was completely and utterly a roller coaster ride of emotions. Because my boy twin was not supposed to live, and I have two healthy 11-year-old boy girl twins. So I would never say that, and I just want to make sure that that's abundantly clear.
Fair enough. I appreciate that. I do appreciate it.
And I wish him the best.
I wish you well as well. You take care of yourself.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. And I know that the person who made the comment did not mean any ill will on his kid. They said, I hope you lose your health insurance, because he voted for other people to have their health insurance taken away. So I know that's where that comment came from, but I just wanted to make sure I was abundantly clear. that I don't no. Kids are off limits to me. You don't wish ill on anyone else's children. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I am only bringing up Trump voters right now. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. And I was very clear, Eli. So if you're now saying Democrats are wishing bad upon kids, I'm just going to mute. And not only am I going to mute you, I'm going to completely block you from my live. So you never see me go live again, because you're a shit human. No one ever said that. And Democrats have never said that. So get out of here. I'm not even a little bit going to play around with that crap. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I'm never going to be accused of that, because that's not true. Okay, life happens. You're next. You're not going to be transphobic in my live. Shut the fuck up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. Yeah, you talk about the baby who was deported with cancer, right? Hope Indy, if you're still in here, I hope you have the same energy for those children that were deported from this country in the middle of their chemo treatments. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Tony, did you vote for Trump?
No, I didn't, because he's a faggot kike lover. He's a damn Shabbos. Trump puts the Jews before his own people. He sucks Benjamin Netanyahu's dick.
I'm going to have to restart again, aren't I?
Yeah, I don't know.
Can't use those words, man. I'm going to restart real quick. I'll be right back. I already went to the bathroom, so I don't need to do that. I'm just going to start right over, because I don't want to get my live taken down, because those words were actually said. I'll be right back. Start over number 4. Fucking idiots, man. This guy came up and said, Donald Trump is a Jew. Fucking motherfucker, sick of Benjamin Jesus Christ.
Republicans, are you okay?
And KIKE is a slur toward Jewish people. And I knew I was going to get shut down for that. I'm like, well, start over. This is my 4th time I've had to start over.
It's not even been an hour.
Correct. Correct. Yes. I've had to start over 4 times in an hour. Yes. All right, y'all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for coming back yet again. Glad to see you here. Oh, they're on a bender today. Hello, hello. Hopefully 4th time's a charm. Oh my goodness, YouTube and Twitch. We are having some fun over here on you TikTok. Huh? Right. Hello, boys, girls, and squirrels. We got to stop meeting like this. I know. All right, y'all. If y'all could just keep tapping that screen so we can get back up on the For You page. I'm sorry to keep asking you to do this, but you know how TikTok is. It's so annoying. Oh my God, it's so annoying. My sweet Ava. Nisi Rose said, oh my sweet Ava. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. I'm gonna bring up my backup account here, and we'll try again. All right, Vision Arthur Green, whatever. Why don't you come up? If you think Trump's doing a great job, come out and tell me why. Let me bring up my backup account and we'll get into it. Oh, you're gross. Ugh. I'm not even going to say what that person just put. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I'm not saying it out loud. Yeah. Yeah, that was beyond hateful. That's MAGA. Just fucking trash. And that's being kind. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request coming up. This is my 4th restart today. Oh, I didn't just take them down. I blocked them completely. MAGA, what the hell is this? MAGA Tarzan. What the fuck is that?
Hello, good morning. I mean, morning for me. I'm sorry. I woke up and I fell asleep again.
All right. I have a feeling that's not going anywhere. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. It was not going anywhere. He was about to say something really bad. Yeah, no new wars, Trump. Y'all, you know we're already in war with Iran, don't you? When Donald Trump posts this, we now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Iran had good sky trackers and other defense equipment and plenty of it, but it doesn't compare to American-made, conceived, and manufactured stuff. Nobody does it better than good old USA. If they have full and complete total control over the skies of Iran, good job, Trump supporters. Good job. We're now at war. You're like, if you vote for Kamala, we're going to be in World War III. If you vote for Kamala, your kids are going to be drafted. If you vote for Kamala, I'm the peace president. No new wars. Nothing would have started under me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, what about this one? What about this one? Those of you keep a track. Trump says he will end the war in Ukraine in 24 hours. Putin tells him to pound sand. War is now worse than ever. Trump says he'll solve the Gaza war. That war is now worse than ever. Trump tells Bibi not to strike Iran, to give him space to negotiate. Bibi strikes Iran 2 days before his talks. Does it seem like the world really respects Trump? Really? 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 Guys are dumb. Fucking dumb. Hope you're ready to go to war. Hope you're ready to send your kids. Because I guarantee you my kids will sit in prison before they'll go and fight for that country, for Israel. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. They will have to build new prisons because I guarantee you ain't nobody in Gen Z going to go. Like, nope. Nope. Congress hasn't declared war, but if he's saying that they have, I'm sorry, America Loving Nurse. I'm sorry for those of you who have kids in the military. I'm really sorry. This is your first World War. It's all of our first World War. None of us were alive in World War II. So This will be all of our first world wars. I think we have 17 fighter jets on over there. They've already deployed planes and Navy ships, and yeah. Peace through strength with Trump. If we vote for Kamala, we're going to end up in a World War III, but there's only going to be peace through strength with Trump. Liar. MAGA's all going to be getting bone spurs soon. No new wars. Strength through peace. The fuck out of here. Hey, all the amosexuals in this country, all you two-way lovers, strap up, bitches. It's your time. Get them ARs ready. Let's go. Let's go. Send all them J6ers. Send all them Proud Boys. Send Barron Trump. Barron's 18. Barron can go. Oh, Barron. Send Barron. Daddy couldn't go. Daddy couldn't fight. Daddy was a little poo-poo pants who'd got 5 deferments. Send Barron Trump. He's young and strapping, big young man. Send him up. Boot up, MAGA. Patrick, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
45, Texas.
All right. What did you want to add to the conversation?
Well, as are most people that supported Trump, are totally against this new conflict that we seem to have gotten entangled in. So if he proceeds...
You're not entangled, though, just so you know. You're not in. We didn't get entangled into it. Trump put himself into it. And us.
Not yet. Not yet.
Did you see his statement today? His several statements? You might want to hold on. You might hold on. You might want to buckle up. We now have complete and total control of the skies over Iran. Okay? Then after that, he posts, we know where the leader is hiding. He's an easy target. Blah, blah, blah. And then his subsequent one was unconditional surrender. He's talking about taking out the leader of Iran. He's instigating it. He's instigating it. This is not us getting entangled. We're in it.
What word would you like to use that would be okay with you, that you don't get emotionally unstable?
I'm not emotionally unstable, but we're already in it. We're already in it.
You need to learn just to have a conversation with not getting...
Don't tone police me. Shut the fuck up. Don't talk to me.
Those facts hurt.
Yeah, facts do hurt. Now he's lashing out at me that I'm emotional.
I'm trying to agree with you that if this thing escalates and continues onto a huge conflict that churches the world, encapsulates the world, MAGA will be destroyed. Trump will be destroyed. He will lose all of his support.
Good.
So you're advocating you want to see this support?
No, because I didn't vote for it. I didn't vote for this shit, so no.
Right, but I disagree with that. I disagree that he'll lose his support, and I'll tell you why.
They'll twist themselves into pretzels to justify it.
It doesn't matter what he has done in the past, gone after everything he's done with the Constitution, every law that he's broken, going against judges' orders. Actually, you know what I'm saying? Everything he's been doing, crushing our economy right now.
The economy's doing fine.
No, it's not.
No, it's
The
not.
stock market is
No,
doing
it's
fine.
not.
Are you worried about
This is absolute fiction.
So tell me about the stock market. How much down is the stock market on the all-time high?
Stock market right now is still down over 4,000 points from where he took it out.
You sure about that?
It was 45,000 under Joe Biden on his last day in office.
It's not even down 10% from all the all-time highs.
So 10% is a big number.
10% is a lot.
The market does not go straight up. It has
No,
corrections
even
all
at
the
the
time.
state level, it would be fine, sir, but it's down. And it's not going to come up. And this is not going to help. You know that.
Dude, my portfolio is up 35% on
You are going to
You're a liar.
Do I need to show you?
Absolutely stop it.
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I'm too old.
Okay, this isn't about you.
There's nobody's 401k up right now.
I'm up.
From when this man took off.
This is not about you. We live in society together. You guys are all so fucking selfish. All you care about is yourself. Well, my portfolio's good.
This actually proved my point from the beginning.
Exactly. It won't matter what he does.
He won't lose support because of this. Okay?
Look, the polls still show that the vast majority of Americans approve of mass deportations.
That's not what we're talking about.
And actually, that is an untrue statement.
It's not. It is totally.
Yes, it is.
Check the polls,
But
buddy.
the polls represent.
Who took the poll?
Yeah, no, hold on. There's actually, I know the poll he's talking about, and it actually represents getting rid of actual criminals.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
Yes.
Mass deportation, the bulk of America is not for mass deportation. It's an absolute lie.
Axios, CBS, Grips, New York Times, Research, Reuters, AP.
What was the question asked?
Blow you up.
What was the question asked, Patrick?
We're talking about.
What was the question asked on the poll?
Yeah, hold on.
If they support undocumented immigrants being removed from the country.
Correct. We don't mind if undocumented. That's already been a law. We've always done that. Joe Biden deported more people than Donald Trump has, but you didn't have this fanfare because Donald Trump is corrupt and inept and incompetent.
Okay.
People that are actual criminals or don't belong here. Right now, we're.
No, but she just agreed with me that she even agrees that undocumented people should be deported. So even she agrees with that statement.
Here, I'll blow you up real quick.
Undocumented doesn't mean illegal, though. There's five different categories of documentation.
54% of Americans approved of Trump's deportation policy. CBS News, June 4th to 6th, 2025. Scripps News, IPS OS poll from September 13th.
September 13?
That's one of
September?
Here's January 10th.
September. That was before he was president. January was before he was president. What are you talking about?
I'm listing different polls. Axios, 2/3 of U.S. adults support deporting immigrants living in.
It's June.
Axios.
I'm hearing. Hello. September was under Biden. January was under. But shut the fuck up.
He was running.
I don't allow men to speak over me. Stop talking when I'm talking.
I'm trying to mansplain.
September, I know you're trying to mansplain me and you won't ever get it in my life.
Okay, you listening?
Yes, just a moment.
Committed violent crimes, 97%. Committed nonviolent crimes, 52%. Arrived in the country in the last 4 years, 44%. Have a job, now 15%. Came to the U.S., has children, now 9%. Are married to a U.S. citizen, now 5%. Sir, that's the numbers these polls were pulled from, and the way y'all skew numbers is friggin' insane.
Exactly. Thank you, Val. Oh, now he's fucking quiet. Cat got your tongue, Patrick? Or are you running away? No, he's not Googling that far, that much.
So y'all know, the poll was actually done by AP. AP put the poll together, and it said, was it, do you agree with the immigration
Oh,
policy?
told you he ran. Told you.
Yeah. Do you agree with the immigration policies that are going on now? 97% said they agree with deporting violent criminals.
Of course.
Okay, that actually makes perfect sense to all of us, right? But it goes all the way down through the different things, non-violent criminals. So in other words, criminals that did robbery, you know what I'm saying, or petty theft.
Petty theft, yeah.
Okay, yes, and that was down to 52%. Okay, and then it just keeps going down from there. I mean, all the way down to married to a U.S. citizen. Only 5% of Americans agreed deporting an immigrant that was married to a U.S. citizen. 5%.
Correct. And that's who the majority of that they're sending out are family members and separating people. Damien, did you vote for Trump? Damien? I'm guessing that's a mistake.
I warned him I was going to blow up his argument.
Oh no. I'm not bringing up banana helmet. That's fucking fried eggs. He's one of the most disgusting people on this app. I just blocked him. Hopefully he won't see me go live again. He makes all different accounts and tries to come up, but I know his face and I know his voice and I know his stupid names. And he is so loathsome, it's disgusting. It's like how I won't Oslo, hey! Fried eggs in this economy, right? That's his first username was fried eggs, and he is so gross. So everyone quit platforming him. Everyone. So he changed his name to like Banana Helmet or something so that we would bring him up and Oslo's in the house. Whoop, whoop. Oh, he's so gross. That's why I wouldn't.
Yeah, Oslo, you're one of the people you can come up anytime.
Yeah, you can come anytime that you have time to come up. I'd love to have you. That's why I won't platform like older millennial. I won't Snuggles. Those people are just fucking gross. I won't platform them. I won't give them a time of day.
There's a rumor about the older millennial, right?
Yeah,
You know
Liam.
what I'm talking about?
Oh, he has a warrant out for his arrest right now.
Oh, my Lord.
He does in Florida. Cam, did you vote for Trump?
I did not.
Okay, I'm just looking for Trump supporters right now for about another 40 minutes, and then I'll bring it friendly. So hopefully you'll come back up. But I'd love to hear what you have to say. Yeah, he has a warrant out for his arrest in Tampa for, I think, violating a court order or
It says violation of parole.
a parole violation. Yeah, the older millennial, the trash human being, and the person who gets the most facts wrong on TikTok. Is there a reward? Someone asked if there was a reward. And we'd be fighting to turn his ass in. Yeah, he's had multiple DUIs, so that also tracks. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Come on up. No new wars, Amanda. Yeah, we talked about the mayor. Oh, Oslo! Come over here, Ada, look.
Look who I found.
I heard that older millennial is one of those DUI hires.
He is a DUI hire for sure.
That is
They
correct.
can't see you. Oslo! My daughter, Oslo. Oh, Ava, say hi. I talked over you.
Hi, Oslo.
Hi, Ava. How's it going?
Good.
That's my 11-year-old girl twin. I have a boy twin too.
You have an 11-year-old twin?
No, I have 11-year-old boy girl twins.
Oh, okay, all right. My math wasn't mathing.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
Your math was not mathing. Did you see this though, Oslo?
You stay insane.
Yeah, I'm trying to. They've been off the. I've had to restart like 4 times today. They are off the chain. But did you see this? Tulsi Gabbard in March 26th of this year said the United States intelligence community continues to assess that Iran is not building a nuclear weapon, and Supreme Leader Khomeini has not authorized the nuclear weapons program that he suspended in 2003. They asked Trump this on the plane last night, and he said, "I don't care what she says."
Wow. It's really shocking that the Trump administration is incompetent. I respect that. Somebody should have warned us back in the day.
You mean like every Democrat in this app?
Oh my
Entire
God.
world.
Oh my God. But I do distinctly remember, I think it was back in what? 2009 that Netanyahu testified in front of Congress saying that Iran was developing nuclear weapons. It's almost like he's doing it again, like he did with Bush and Iraq. Oh no, he said Iraq had nuclear weapons, so that the United States would go over and boom, boom, Iraq. And guess what he's doing now? He's like, oh no, Iran has boom booms, and trying to get the United States president to go over and do the boom booms for them. It's almost like history's repeating itself.
Didn't we have some kind of deal that we could like keep an eye on them?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he ended that because it had Obama's name on it.
Yeah, I seem to remember that deal. Yeah, Obama did that.
Oh well, what do they say? FAFO, I guess, FAFO.
Yep.
Unfortunately, though, the ones who F are never the ones who find out sometimes.
Yep.
People have such short memories because it was just, what was it, a month ago, that the leader of Iran came out and said we're not going to work with the U.S. on another nuclear deal because we can't trust them.
And why should they? They had the Iran nuclear deal, and he pulled them out of it. And I mean, they've said, and even his own intelligence said, they have not done anything more since 2003. They have not developed any nuclear capabilities. Pete Hegseth Liver said, I'm adding Oslo to my next Signal chat.
Oh, I get it. I'm not a leaky guy. Nobody's here. Keep it locked up.
Oh my God. I love you, Oslo.
Mwah.
Christy Noam was taken to the hospital. Why? I'm not letting friendlies up now, but Oslo is just an exception. Because Oslo will actually debate Trump supporters. So I am looking for Trump voters to come up.
Think you can take a puppet?
Think you can?
Smarter than a puppet?
Do you think you can? Are you smarter than a puppet? I'm looking up the Christy Noam stuff. Just give me a second. If you think you're smarter than a puppet, come on up. I want to see him debate a Trump supporter. If you voted for Donald Trump, please, please, please come up and debate a puppet.
It's the greatest thing. It puts them completely off guard. They never see it coming.
Well, don't tell them.
Right? They won't come up.
Oh,
My money is on Oslo. I ain't gonna lie.
Let's ring the bell a little bit here. I'll sing a song.
Okay, go ahead.
If you don't have ovaries, then you can shut your mouth. If you don't have ovaries, then you can shut your mouth. If it's not your body, then you don't have a say. If you don't have ovaries, then you can shut your mouth.
Woo! That's the best song ever.
Thank you.
Exactly all of that.
If I ever get to 10,000, then I can make a playlist. You know how you can only make
don't. You can't. You can make videos up until you get 10K. You just can't monetize until you're at 10K.
No, but you've seen like people say like make like playlists. So, like,
Oh yeah.
videos about whatever a subject. But I'll make a playlist of all my songs because I have like 6 songs maybe. I've got one that goes chicken taco, chicken taco.
I like chicken tacos.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Squirrel, did you vote for Trump? Squirrel?
They're connected.
I know. Squirrel, meet Oslo. Maybe it
Hey,
was a...
squirrel, do you like nuts?
Tapping error. Okay, no worries. Oh my god. I love you, Oslo. Fosta Act. What's a Fosta Act? What's Fosta Act? What is he talking about? Do you know? FOSTA Act?
Yeah.
FOSTA Act. What is that? About sex trafficking
Yes.
to make it illegal? Isn't it already illegal?
It is.
That's such a Republican move. You gotta make it so that undocumented immigrants can't vote. Okay. That's already illegal, but okay.
We didn't know that was
Never makes you feel better, I guess.
Wasn't at the time that in 2018 when that law was signed in, wasn't Matt Gaetz still in Congress?
Yes.
Oh, look at Oslo's eyes are huge. Oh my god.
Make speeding illegal.
Make speeding illegal. Come close to the camera again with your eyes because my daughter didn't see them. The seatbelt law. It's illegal to have your kids in the car without being in a seatbelt in a car seat.
Thank you, GOP.
Well, in the Republican way, they'll always find a way to actually ruin the original law, right? No different than he did with the troops on the border from Mexico, right?
Oh my god, the yellow dinosaur.
He cuts this deal with Mexico that puts 10,000 troops on the border. Brags all about it. They've got 10,000 troops on the border helping protect our border. But
under Biden administration, it was 15,000.
Under the Biden administration, it was 15,000. So he actually talked and made a deal to have Mexico cut 5,000.
And he thought he did something. He's like, I got to win with Mexico and Canada.
That's when he just pat him on the head like this.
It's okay, buddy. It's
Good
okay.
boy. Good boy.
Oh my
Vice
god.
President was walking out of there going,
Trump. I know this was yesterday, but Trump rebukes the Trump administration's orders to cut the National Institute of Health pay grants because they said that they were discriminatory against people of color, and I think they were ordered to be reinstated.
Yep.
Said it was a racist thing to do. I'm like, oh, why it's so shocking coming from the Trump administration. Okay, we have the yellow dinosaur now. Hi, did you vote for Trump?
No.
Do you have a yellow dinosaur costume?
Yes.
Are you wearing it?
No.
Aww. I'm only looking for Trump supporter for another like 30 more minutes, and I'll bring up friendlies. I thought if you're going to be in costume, I was going to allow it. I was going to make an exception. Absolutely. Hey, Jude, thank you for subscribing. Hey, Jude is also the person who wrote my intro theme song for Diava Smackdown. Oslo, have you heard my theme song?
No, let's hear it.
Oh, I only played it usually at the very beginning. So if you're not here when I start,
We've started 3 different times. It's 2 behind.
right? That's true. I've had to restart like 4 times because slurs and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, that's true. Crazy bitches. Do you have a SmackDown? Okay. Actually, I'm gonna drop my backup down just for a minute so I can play it on my phone because that's where it's trying to find it on my computer right now will take long. So give me 1 second. I have it queued up on my phone, so it's pretty cool. I think you'll like it. Oh no, I'm still.
It's pretty cool. I think you'll like it.
Hold on.
Oh no, I'm pretty cool. I think you'll like it.
I'm still on my backup on my live. Sorry, let me back out. I'm a dope.
Apparently, Christy Nome fell down a flight of stairs.
Is that just oh no, tots and pears?
Yeah, I guess no more stairs for her.
No, no more.
Take the elevator for a while.
Cosplay Barbie. Carmen never forgets. I'm just saying. Okay, here's my SmackDown song.
She signs on every day for waiting for MAGA to enter the door. Whether this and that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of SmackDown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got fight. Come see Diana, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit them with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo, I've got truth to speak. She's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat. See Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's old and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queen. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew.
Come meet Sir Val and Gemma Joe.
With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, look, we have a runner." Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's old and she's strong. She's a force to see.
Diava is the badass of SmackDown Queens.
So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name.
Stop being so emotional. That's my theme song.
So great. I love it.
Was that a bop?
Oh, yeah. Diava.
A crusader of truth. You got moves, Oslo. You got moves, baby. Does your human dance too?
Very poorly.
Oh my god.
He just bites his lip and stands there.
Oh.
That's awful. Like Night at the Roxbury's.
Oh, Night at the Roxbury. Oh yes, I am very familiar with
He
that.
just bites his lip like this.
Oh no.
Oslo's catching human strays. Oh my god. Oslo, you make me laugh. Mwah. You are the cutest. You are so great. I like you.
I think I'm like, sometimes I'm a MAGA magnet, but today it seems like I'm MAGA repellent.
Right? I've been having a hard time getting Trump supporters up. Either they're ashamed and they can't defend it anymore, or they know this is all fucked up and they've changed their mind, but they're just going to slink away instead of, it's going to just silently just stop losing support. Because I've seen a lot of people say that that if this stuff with Israel and Iran keeps going, they've lost their support. So
Yeah, Nick Fuentes is kind of, turning on him, and all the people are turning on him. Saying, hey, what happened to no new wars in America first?
right, he hasn't done anything for Americans. Nothing. Like literally, my electric bill. Okay, I live in Florida, so it's hot. But I have a small house. It's like 1,200 square feet. It's not big. My electric bill last month was $270. I just got my bill that's due in July for $350, $355. He said he was going to cut our electric bills in half.
You muted for some reason, Oslo.
No, I think he's just looking at the camera. He's not. Oh, where'd he go?
Only waved by, I guess.
Oh, did he wave by?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 270 to 355. I'm like, what the fuck?
It happens.
Holy crap. It's kind of hard to budget when you're, it's been around 220 to 250. So I thought, okay, 270 is not too bad. And then I got the bill today for next month and it was 355. I'm like, Jesus. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if y'all co-ops there. I don't know how Florida works with its electricity. Every state's a little different.
We don't have co-ops, no.
Yeah, every city's a little different too.
But we don't have gas anything. Our entire house is electric. I've never had gas.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So we don't have gas or any other utility. The only other utility I pay is, like water. But my AC stays on 78.
That's warm.
No, 76. Sorry. 76. 76. It is an old house. It was born in 69. Not born. I mean,
Built.
it
Both start with a B. Close enough. Both start with a B.
was built in 69. 76 is pretty warm, except for when it's 90 something degrees outside. Plus, we have ceiling fans in every single room. So every single room has a ceiling fan to help, with the temperature as well. But if you put it any lower, it'd be $400 or $500 a month. I can't afford that.
Yeah, we do ours. I think it's 74.
If it was 70, I would absolutely
I
freeze to death. Yeah, I would too. I can't do 70. And Mama House and a Papa House came together and loved each other very much.
Okay, quit trying to use this to explain the birds and the bees.
Right?
This is supposed to
70 and 67 at night. Oh, I would unalive. I couldn't do 67. Oh my God, no.
I've seen people that do 68. I said,
I would freeze to death.
I'd be down. You better put me under a cover. I ain't coming out.
I mean, plus I have RA, so when it's really cold like that, I would be hurting so bad.
65.
Oh my! I would always
rainy day.
62. Niecy Rose.
Oh
God, right, right. Yeah, I did read. Monica, thank you for the $10 Venmo. This is all I can do for now. You keep fighting for us on TikTok streets, and I'll keep fighting on the outside streets. I love you. Thank you, Monica. That was so nice. We keep it also in the winter. It's also 76. I keep it 76 year round. Maybe that's what I'm used to, so it's comfortable. But I also don't jack my heat up to like 80 degrees or anything like that. That's ridiculous. Again, you can't afford it in the state of Florida. Our electric's kind of high.
Yeah, you're gonna do that here in Texas. You hold on. Your bill's gonna be insane.
Yeah. If you voted for Donald Trump, you can hit the guest request. I am looking for Trump voters for another 15 minutes, and then it's anybody. 65 year round. Oh my God. I would absolutely never be able to survive. 65. Okay, I'm in Florida, y'all. If it drops below 70, us ladies are in Ugg boots and sweaters. Okay, so my house will never be below 70. I can promise you that. But I do wear flip flops year round. That's true.
Everything else hurts.
That's true. I can't wear high heels anymore.
And you found one brand.
I found one brand of shoes that I can wear year round that my feet don't hurt. I can walk anywhere. I can literally walk Disney all day and my feet still won't hurt. And with someone with RA, that's saying a lot, I promise. What was this one? I can't remember what this one was. Oh, this one was the We the People with the army boots stepping on the crown. I like that one.
I just like what they did. I thought their silent protest spoke volumes.
Oh, did you see E. Jean Carroll? Speaking of it, she's actually on MSNBC right now. I have it on because I'm waiting for the breaking news to come across with the court case. But E. Jean Carroll did a Twitter today. I saw it, or Blue Sky, I think. Maybe not Twitter, Blue Sky. Anyway, she said she had a picture of a copy of her book up, and she said, I have more people who've read my book than attended your parade, your birthday parade. She's like, I've sold more copies of my books than the people that attended his birthday parade.
The estimates I've seen so far, which are,
it's like 86.
So sad.
Like 8,600 is what I've seen as the official count, like 8,647 or something like that.
And I think that's actually blowing up.
I do too.
A lot of people that are saying there was more people in the parade than there was watching the parade.
At the parade. Yep.
Now, 8,600, what are they counting all the people that were in it?
I don't know.
Because it was 6,000 people in it.
Oh. The name of the shoes I wear are UFOs. OOFOS. UFOs. OOFOS. They're a little pricey. Just letting you know. Like between $60 and $70. But I've only bought the last pair lasted me almost 4 years.
Brandy made a post. Hold on, I gotta find it.
Oh, Patrick's back. Patrick.
What's up, people?
Hey. What did you want to
How are
say?
you holding up? How are you holding up? Are you emotionally okay?
What is your malfunction?
I'm mentally stable. I was just checking in on y'all.
I'm not sure that's true.
Did you have anything of value that you wanted to say? Hi, Davey. Do you have anything of value to add to a conversation, or do you just come up here to ask me if I'm mentally stable? Trump
Can I
isn't.
ask how many meds are you on?
And so nothing of value, right?
How many meds are you on, buddy?
None.
I'm on one medication for my rheumatoid arthritis. That's it. Any other? Are you writing a book? If so, you can kiss my ass and make it a love story.
What a moron. So Brandy said, since Christy Numb's going to the hospital, can we send thoughts and prayers and deportation papers?
Right? He's like, what are you meds you on? I'm like, I'm on RA meds. That's it. What business of yours anyway?
What a stupid question.
They'll do anything for attention, won't they? Ron, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
Ron, 27 Texas.
Did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
All right. What did you want to come up here and talk about?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know where to go from here, but I'm stressed out too.
Are you stressed out because of Israel and Iran?
Yeah.
Well, you know he's got us in it, right?
This has been years and decades and centuries coming. It's not his fault. We can't keep blaming him. They want you to blame him. We can't. I mean, absolutely we can. Let me ask you a question. Absolutely. Let me ask you a question. Do you want physically your daughter to be in a bathroom? I'm not even gonna say it.
No. If you're gonna be transphobic, you gotta turn your camera on. We're not doing the fucking bathroom shit. We're talking about Israel and Iran. What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
But he jumped right from that to that. You're going to lose an argument about Iran, and so you decide to get transphobic all of a sudden.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
I want to answer his question.
Real quick. I just want to say thank you, Daniel, for the $1 super chat on YouTube. Thank you so much for the contribution. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Here's the thing about the bathroom. 2 women walk in the bathroom, 2 guys walk in the bathroom. I don't know what's in anybody's pants. They don't either. We go to the bathroom and we walk the hell out. Nobody knows any different. Shut the hell up and move the hell on. I'm just saying.
Your closet's made of glass, boo. I have never in my entire life ever wondered what was in anyone's pants. They are obsessed with genitals, and it is disgusting. We have been going to the bathroom with transgender individuals forever. You just don't know because nobody gives a shit. You go in, especially in the girls, where every person has a stall. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I go in to do my business and then I leave. That sounds like you have a PDF file problem, not me. Unisex bathrooms have been around forever. Every house party you've ever been to has unisex bathrooms, right? Like, did you use the same bathroom as your brother or sister growing up? I mean, fuck. It's such a stupid argument. I think they're getting scared, Val.
Right.
I think they're getting scared because when he says, I'm just as worried about you. And then I'm like, well, he's got us into it. He's like, well, you can't blame him. And then went straight to trans. They're scared. That's what it's telling me.
Good one, Brandy. Brandy asked if he'd ever peed on a plane. Oh, my Lord. The thing is, guys, it's just a stupid argument. And that was a perfect example how most MAGA, what happens with most MAGA we talk to. They come up here, we talk about Israel, we talk about the wars. He starts to go down a trial of, well, you can't blame that on Trump. But I push back just a little bit. Yes, I can.
And then I brought up this slide. He's like, well, women in the bathroom. I'm like, what?
Yeah, what the hell?
Get the flock out of here.
Did you hurt yourself with that spin? Yeah, that pivot would have hurt me too.
I mean, that was a Ross Geller pivot.
I don't even, man, no, that was worse than a Ross Geller.
That's true. That's worse than the Ross Geller. Did you? Oh, by the way, speaking of Matthew Perry, his doctor pled out to go to prison for providing him the K medication before he unalived. for overdosing him. Which is why when he went in the hot tub, he went under and he was out. That's why he had unalived. A waste. They blamed Afghanistan on Biden. I know, right? We should not be involved. Netanyahu's been saying that first, as you remember, in 2009, he went before Congress and told them that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. They were planning on doing nuclear weapons. And so he got Bush to send boom booms and everybody over and enter into a really long war. And now he's back telling them, oh, Iran. Iran has nuclear weapons. We can tell. We can tell. And Trump has fallen for the same shit. War is money. Yep. Republicans love war. That's why they call them war hawks. But a lot of people voted for him because they said they didn't want war. Remember? No wars. Peace through strength. No new wars. I mean,
Jeff's a friendly.
Jeff's a friendly, yep.
Yeah, I went into his profile.
I did too. It said no MAGA. And I'm like, oh, well.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay. He made that real clear.
I appreciate that. And since I left him in the box, since we have friendlies in 5 minutes, I'll just bring him up if he hangs out. But it just, nobody wants, this generation doesn't want war. Nobody wants war anymore. Nobody wants to go fight for this country. I'm sorry. Now's not the time to ask people to boot up. We ain't feeling the patriotism in this country right now. Who wants to go fight for this country, for this president? Not me, not my kids, not anybody I know. They won't be asking, is that what it said?
That's a fair statement.
Maybe that's why they put that bill in. Wasn't it the bill, Val, in the last Congress that the Republicans put up for automatic registration or something like that? Don't you remember that?
Yeah, to where it's automatic now that 18-year-olds get put into selective service.
Yeah. Instead of them having to sign up for it, it's just automatic.
Just automatic.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I thought. I remembered that. Wonder why they did that. Things that make you go, If you voted for Donald Trump, you got 3 more minutes before I start bringing up friendly. So come up now if you're coming up. Well, okay, guys, if they got out how many? 16,000 transgender individuals kicking people out of the military. They don't have a full military. I don't think kids are signing up in droves like they used to, are they?
No, I mean, before this happened, we were already having issues getting people in.
Right, with recruitment.
Especially women, because women recruitment had dropped drastically since Trump was in office because they don't want to be in states. They don't want to be in states that have extreme laws.
Mark, come up. You're muted. Thank you, guys. I think there was 4 women 4-star generals or whatever, or not 4-star, but women generals in the military, and none of them are still there. So they don't have all the women either. So they're going to have manpower. I don't want any more of our kids going to war, man. Biden finally got us out of a 20-year war, and now here Donald Trump is getting us into another one. What the fuck, man? How many more people's kids have to unalive? That's not cool. Trump's sons ain't gonna enlist. They're a bunch of fucking cowards.
Oh God, no.
I said, all these 2A nuts, why don't they go take your ARs and go? Thank God my kids are not at draftable age. What does the draft go up to? What age? Is it 35 still?
I'm not sure. I want to say it's higher than that. No. I'll take it back. The draft may be to maybe 30 or 35, but military service I think is to 40 something.
It says in the U.S. the maximum age for draft eligibility is 25.
That's what. Yeah. See, I thought that number would be low, but
It's 18 to 25.
Right.
Oh, thank God, my son's 30. My son's 30, and my younger son is only 11. So I think we're good for. I know I'm saying that in a very selfish way because I know a lot of you have kids in that age range, and I'm not saying anything, but I'm just grateful right now that.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think eligible to join the military is somewhere in your 40s.
Oh yeah, but for draft specifically, it's 18 to 25. Well, even if they raise it to 30, my son's 31, so I'm hoping they don't extend it any further. And then my young son's only 11. Because I would be on the first motherfucking plane out of here. I am not lying. I would not pass go. I would not collect $200. I would get these kids out of this country right now. If my son was 17, turning 18, I would leave in a minute.
Right, and the reason for 18 to 25 was, I know it's sad, but 18 to 25 is the lowest, is the number that most don't have children.
It's so sad. If they're an only son, I know back in Vietnam they didn't take only sons, but I don't know if that's still true.
I actually think that is in U.S. military code.
Is it? I'm gonna Google that because I don't know. Can only sons be drafted? I'm not the first one to look that up. When I put can only, it was the first thing that came up. So I'm definitely not the first one to look that up. No. In the United States, being an only son does not automatically exempt someone from the draft. While there are specific regulations for sole surviving sons and those with a history of military deaths in their immediate family, being the last male in the family to carry the name does not prevent registration or potential drafting.
Yeah, correct. But I wanted to say there's something in the U.S. military code on that. It's not a law.
It says simply being an only son or the last in the family line does not grant an exemption from the draft. The U.S. does not currently have a draft, but if a draft were reinstated, these rules would be relevant. The sole surviving son provision was initially created after the Sullivan Brothers incident in World War II to prevent further loss of entire families. However, this provision has been modified and narrowed over time. Selectiveservice.gov says the last son to carry a family name and sole surviving son must register with the Selective Service. These sons can be drafted. Selectiveservice.gov, FAQ. My kid would suddenly have bone spurs. That's exactly what I said. I'd be leaving the country. I'd be going anywhere but here. Jeff, hi. You voted for Harris, correct? Jeff? Jeff Brantley.
Jeff may have been attacked there.
Okay. Allie. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. Fun thing happened today.
Yeah.
The UK decriminalised AB.
Who did?
The UK.
Okay.
The UK criminalized AB?
No, decriminalised.
Oh, excellent.
Criminalized.
Apparently it was a crime here.
Well, good for them.
Also, I was up on Doug's live before you started up today.
Uh-huh.
I went up to talk against the trans vote. I got to actually say the words. I don't let men speak up for me, and holy shit, was it empowering.
Wasn't it? Oh, I'm so happy you did that.
Like, he was talking about how the transphobe was talking about how my lack of dysphoria, it could be a thing that means I'm not trans.
Huh?
That's not how that works.
Right? That you saw me, I went, huh? I did the Scooby-Doo. Huh?
But yeah, it was a wild conversation.
But I'm glad you felt empowered by that.
Yeah,
I'm so happy
I
for
felt
you.
So empowered. Also, when Fascist Kermit was up here, he had a noise that sounded eerily similar to the grinder sound. I don't know if anyone else heard it, but I heard it.
Oh, that's funny.
Was that grinder?
Probably. Those who protest the loudest, you know that.
Oh, it was yeah. That's all I had today.
I'm so glad that you felt empowered by that, because it is empowering.
Yeah, it's great. If anyone in chat gets the chance to do it, do it.
It really is empowering. And I've moved it into my private life. Not that I've had to say it yet, but being forceful, saying no. No is a complete sentence. I don't owe you an explanation. I said no, like I don't let people walk all over me anymore. And I have literally let people walk all over me my entire life, like forever. And when I went to counseling and learned boundaries, I no longer allow men to speak over me or anyone else. And if I say no, it means no. And I don't owe you an explanation. Any of those things. And man, it's fucking empowering.
Yeah, it really is. In fact, I thought I'd come up and say because it felt really fucking good.
I'm so glad you did. I love that.
That's great, Allie.
I'm proud of you for using it too.
Yeah, it was fun.
And the more you do it, the easier it rolls off your tongue.
He asked what my birth name was, so I was like, yeah, I'm not telling you that.
You don't ask people their dead name.
Right?
That's disrespectful. That's like rule number 1. I get people are interested and fascinated or like curious, but it's disrespectful to the transgender individual. If they choose to tell you, like if it's a close friend or someone and they want to say something or they want to tell you what it was because their family still calls them that or, something like that, that's a whole different ballgame. But you don't just ask. It's just plain out rude.
Exactly. But yeah, I thought I'd bring that up, so it was fun and it was great.
I'm so happy. I'm so glad. It is so empowering.
Yeah, it really is. I'm going to hop off, let you
Thank you, Allie. Okay. I'm glad you came up to tell me. That made me smile. Thank you. All right. Subscriber. Gotta bring my subscribers up first. When they request. Subscribers get priority in the box when it's time for friendly time. Daniel, hi, how are you?
Good, you?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, I just wanted to come up. I will say I am a proud Harris voter. I actually did so, and I started to tear up in the ballot box when I hit her name. And this is coming from a 23-year-old who, the first time I was eligible to vote as an 18-year-old, I voted a Trump supporter. I'm not proud of it, but I've learned, I've grown, and I've matured since then. And yeah, when I went into the ballot box, I shed a tear when I clicked her name, and I had to just kind of let the weight of the moment sit with me. And then when I hit confirm, that was it. But
Nice.
I know you've had like people commenting, myself one of them, about Christy Nome, and I don't know if you've seen. She was indeed rushed to the hospital, a DC area hospital. The Homeland Security is saying that it's an allergic reaction at this time.
Okay.
So
I thought for sure she would say an immigrant like attacked her or something.
Yeah, I have seen something where there was a rumor that she was going to say she was shoved down the stairs by an immigrant.
Right. I wouldn't put it past her, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but at this time it looks like it's an allergic reaction.
To the truth?
That DHS, probably truthfully, that DHS is saying that it's that. So nothing incredibly serious. But yeah, I just wanted to come up and say hi. I was introduced to you through Mitria.
Oh,
I've
nice.
watched her lives for a while. And then one day she's like, I'm going to get off of here because Diava goes live. And I'm like, who's this Diava person? And tuned in and
Thanks.
absolutely have loved watching you take down people who just don't seem to care, honestly.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
And it's very empowering to see that happen with people who have, like, for me, I've got MAGA family members.
My whole family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my estranged husband, my in-laws are all MAGA.
Yeah, I've got
all of
my
them.
older brother and his wife are both big on MAGA, and it has put a strain on our relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad on my end because I've been close to them for a better part of 15 years. And then I turn around and see something. I think actually one of them had ended up posting something about how liberals are the party of child mutilation and gender dysphoria and all this stuff. And when I called him out on it, I was the one in the wrong. So that's when that kind of split apart. I haven't had a lot of contact with them, but from what I've heard, they're starting to see some of the stuff, some of the truth, and they're starting to come around to it. But yeah, I've loved seeing you get on here and just educate people. I've learned a lot from it, and I'm really glad that there's some people, the few and far between, that get on here and are willing to listen and learn and grow.
I agree. And just so you know, Danny, I don't know how long you've been watching, so I'll just tell you in case you don't know, but my daughter, my 11-year-old daughter, is part of the LGBTQ community. And so my mom told her that she was going to go to hell. So I told my mom that if you ever want to see her again, you will never say that again as long as you're alive. Because I won't let her be around you. You're not going to put that on her. You're not going to make her feel bad for how she was born. She can't help it. It's just who she is. She's not trying to quote unquote sin, you know. And so I just told her, I said, that's absolutely positively off bounds. And if you ever say anything like that again, you will never see her again. And she was like, oh, okay. And she never has.
Yeah, I will say I am part of the community too. I am an openly gay man, and I have actually at some point struggled because I live in a small, like blood red, truthfully, town.
I'm in Florida. I get you.
And yeah, I'm the one in Indiana.
Okay.
And so just so you know, that indie guy that came up earlier does not speak for all Hoosiers. We do not claim him.
Right.
But I've been terrified at times because I'm a very public person on my social media, very public in the community, and it's been very empowering, especially this past weekend with the No Kings protests.
Yes.
To see people come out and support. My little small town of 10,000 had 400 people show up to a protest.
Awesome.
So it's been fun to see that. But I just wanted to hop on, say thank you for educating people. Thank you for educating me, because I'm pretty sure I walk away every day learning something new. And I'm gonna keep on watching until TikTok is either banned or till the end of time. So.
Well, thank you. I am actually multi-streaming right now. I'm live on YouTube and Twitch. So if TikTok goes away, I will be going live every day on YouTube and taking call-ins.
Yeah,
so make sure you're following me everywhere.
Yeah, I'm on the YouTube side of it too. I'm actually got both because my phone is almost about to shut off. So, but yeah, it's been fun watching it, and I can't wait to see what more you do.
Thank you so much, Daniel. That was so kind of you. I'm going to give you a follow. There you go. I followed you back. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming up and sharing that with us.
You too, Diava. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. I love our community. Our community fucking rocks. Oh, and Justin, thank you for the $3 Venmo. I got to read it real quick. Can't believe these mouth breathers are still hanging their hat on trans people in the bathroom, as if Trump hasn't walked into teen girls' locker rooms. These people are the reason the gene pool needs a lifeguard. Justin, I love it. Thank you so much. That was funny. Okay, sorry. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Hi, that was good. That made me laugh.
Me too.
I needed to laugh because I'm really angry today. And
I know.
I had to tell our Diava family, I need your help. We all need your help.
Okay, what's up?
About what Senator Mike Lee from Utah posted on his social media?
When?
After the shootings in Minnesota on Saturday.
I know I saw where he posted a picture of the guy in like Walls something, but
yeah, see what happens on Wall Street.
Oh, see what happened on Wall Street, yeah. Because they thought he was a Democrat and he wasn't.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, Nightmare on Wall Street.
Oh, Nightmare on Wall Street. Oh, that's how tacky.
Oh, and then there's another one that says this is what happens when Marxists don't get their way.
Oh my God.
With a picture of the schmurderer at the door. And he has been called out big time on it. But here I'm in Utah. We hate him. 3 weeks ago at one of the protests at our Capitol, there were about 1,500 people up there, and everyone chanted for an hour F Mike Lee. And that's where we're at. But we are...
He needs to be removed.
Pardon me?
He needs to be removed.
He does. That's what we're asking, that everybody help us. We are asking for either him to be expelled or for him to resign. And I have his direct office number if anybody is willing to take it down and call and ask for his removal.
Hold on, I'm getting my pen out.
We would certainly appreciate it here in Utah.
Okay,
I pray that
what's the number?
at midterms, if he's not gone, he will be. But we can't wait till then to get rid of this scum. He's vile. It's 212.
Oh, hold on. 212.
224 5444.
Okay, I got it. 212-224-5444. And for those of you, in my for those of you that are in my Discord server, I'll post it in the live chat channel so you guys can have the number there. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I didn't know we couldn't say it.
I didn't either, so that's why I just said, I didn't see it ahead of time. Sorry. I'll put it in Discord server right now.
I am so sorry. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Julie. Love you too.
All.
Thank you. Well, we said it. Oopsie. You have to keep refollowing me? Oh, blue skies. I'm sorry. There was the number to Mike Lee's office to ask for his removal. Mike Lee, senator from Utah, who was posting gross things after the Minnesota unalivings, basically saying it's Democrats' fault. And this is what happens when Marxists don't get, when Marxists don't get their way and stuff like that, even though it ended up not being a Democrat at all. Oh, Jeanette sent me a picture on the live stream of ICE agents in Brevard County, Florida. So there's icy conditions in Brevard County, Florida today, right now. Easy Mike, how are you?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. Hey, I noticed that Juneteenth is coming up on Thursday.
Oh, yes.
The holiday, yeah. Because we're off actually here from my work. We're actually off. We get the day off as a holiday, so it's going to be kind of nice. And I took Friday off, so a nice 4-day weekend.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, kind of cool.
I'd take that. I have no days off. I'm here 7 days a week.
I know. You're a fearless warrior.
This is my contribution to try to save democracy, since I'm not out, I can't do much else. So this is what I do.
Yeah, it's very noble, absolutely. But yeah, no, I just wanted to say about that because I plan to do is kind of like deep dive more into the history because, excuse me, because I never knew about that holiday, never knew about it until it just came up recently. Now that it became a holiday,
I didn't know about it until I was on TikTok. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah, me either. And I feel so robbed because I feel that I should have known about that as I was growing up in history.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how much they like to whitewash history, and they're trying to do it again. So that's scary. I don't know. I'm just cherishing holiday, even though I'm not of African American descent. I think it's very important that we have to observe it, and we have to look at it. So yeah.
Oh, 202 area code, not 212, 202.
202. Yeah, that's Washington D.C. Yeah.
I would say Nelson said 212 was New York.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Oh, let me change it. Let me edit it on the on Discord.
They were saying you have a flash goal too, by the way. It's in the chat.
Oh, I do have a flash goal. I need 25 more people to hit the heart me at the top, the little orange heart. It costs 1 coin. It has to be 40 different people.
Yeah. Oh. There we go. I got mine.
Thank you.
I love those. Those are so cute, especially when they pop up.
They're cute. And then when I move my head, they dance too. See?
Yeah, oh, that's right. Look at that. That's cute. An Oslo, by the way, I was trying to ask him in the chat. He's like, "Are you by any chance from Norway?" Just to be funny.
Oh, Oslo. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the capital of Norway. So.
Yes.
So I was just kind of like, I don't think he's Norwegian, but nevertheless, it's kind of cute.
It was a good question.
Yeah, he's a cute little pup. I like that.
I like him better than Elmo. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, very entertaining.
All right. I only need 6 more. You guys are smashing it. Thank you.
And also Allie that just came in on earlier, I did see her on Dougie's live earlier too.
Oh, good.
She was on there and she really stood up for her. I was proud of her. I was like, "You go, girl. That's awesome."
I love that.
Yep. Good. Like Dougie was talking, he has that whole thing about just the LGBTQ and why do you hate it. So I'm just like, wow. So, but anyway, no, I just wanted to say that and just say about let's celebrate Juneteenth and all that fun stuff. So.
Absolutely. Thank you, Easy Mike.
You're welcome. All right. You take care.
All right. You too, honey. Bye. Bye. Drea, how are you?
Hi, Diava. Hey, Val. How are you?
Real quick before we get into it, somebody in the comment said why I thought they were only targeting blue cities. The federal ICE is targeting blue cities, but Ron DeSantis is going after immigrants anywhere in the state, just so you know. I only need 1 more heart me. If somebody hasn't sent a heart me, just 1 more. Hurry, hurry. 1 more heart me. you. We did it. Woo woo. Thank you. Okay, go ahead, Drea. I'm so sorry. That was so rude of me.
No, it's okay. I just wanted, I didn't know if you had talked about it. Again, every time I get on here, the freaking dog starts barking. But Adriana Smith of Georgia, who that she didn't give birth. They delivered her baby today.
Via C-section, yeah.
Yeah, and he is in the NICU.
Yeah, he was just over a pound, yeah.
He's a pound 13 ounces, but I know that they were taking her off life support at some point today, and I just thought it was worth mentioning that we sort of just take a moment to think about the awful past, whatever, I think it's 4 months that her family has had to watch her deteriorate. And
I can't imagine the grief and pain. And not to mention, they said the family had to pay for it because the insurance wasn't paying for it or whatever.
Yes, I can't imagine that it's not going to be at least $1 million.
Oh, my twins were in the NICU. There was 2 babies in the NICU. It was my delivery. No, it was just their delivery. No, their NICU stay. Ava was there 3 weeks. Chase was there like 8, like 2 months, and it was $1.3 million.
Yeah.
So it's going to be millions, like 5, 10, and ICU is more expensive than the NICU, I think.
I can't imagine the bill that these people will have to pay. And this is something they didn't want, they have no control over. And the state is going to hand them a bill that's going to probably settle them for the rest of their lives.
I wouldn't pay a fucking dime.
But yeah, I hope they don't. But it's just the cruelty of the whole incident, but also the bill to have to that's like insult to injury. I just think that's so
Yeah,
awful.
and my NICU bill was 11 years ago, so it's probably even more now. But it's more, what I find just egregious, other than the whole fucking thing, is that it was to just keep her as a human incubator, which is just fucking vile.
I mean, where are we as a society if this is what we're doing to our women? And you know, we are fellow citizens. We live here too, and we're being used as machinery to keep the seed alive. It's disgusting.
That's so gross. And there's no guarantee that this infant is going to survive because of all the medications and vasopressors and steroids and all the stuff they had to give the body to keep it alive is detrimental to the fetus. So there's no saying that this child's going to make it.
No, even if he does make it, I believe you'll have lifelong health problems, and I don't know who's supposed to pay for that. If there's going to be no SNAP benefits and there's no Medicaid and there's no, there are cuts to Medicaid, who's paying for this child to literally have the health problems that they've saddled?
They don't care.
With?
They don't care.
It's terrible. It's awful.
And they definitely don't care because it's not a white baby.
No, that's true. That's also very true. But I've been thinking about her since I heard the story, and I just feel so terribly for her mother, for her partner, for her son.
For her son. She has a 7-year-old son. Yeah.
Yeah, who had to watch his mother just, I'm sure, deteriorate to a point where he probably wasn't allowed to see her because I'm sure she didn't look like a human being.
No.
And how awful.
No.
How awful. So I just wanted to say her name and remember her.
Absolutely.
Because that's terrible.
Thank you for coming up and saying that.
Yeah, that's really it. But you guys have a great night.
You too. Thank you so much. I'll keep fighting the good fight. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Thank you. So fucking gross, man. It's inhumane. That poor family. Yikes.
That's news I didn't want to hear.
I mean, we knew eventually it would be born or, delivered via C-section, but so the family has to not only mourn the law. Well, I mean, their daughter's been gone for a while, but the finality of everything. But then also have a child fighting for its life in the NICU just seems especially cruel. This is Gilead shit. It is.
We're not even to the point that this child is going to survive.
No. There's no guarantee. It's just over a pound. I mean, Chase struggled at 2 pounds 8 ounces. This baby's like 1 pound 12 ounces or something, and it's like Chase struggled at 2 pounds 8 ounces. Doesn't have a plus, exactly, Maui Wise. Even if it survives, it's going to be a spectacle center of attention for a lifetime. Yep. He'll be the kid that was born to the mother that the state kept alive. I mean, that's horrific. It's gross. I get it. It's just unconscionable. Like, how could they be so inhumane for the people who are supposedly the Christians and the moral right? And it's gross, man. It's so dehumanizing. This is who MAGA is. This is who the Republican Party has become because they allowed MAGA to hijack their party. They could have put an end to all of this with the impeachments.
Absolutely.
They could have got him out of their party. They wanted power so bad that they literally sold their soul. They could have prevented him ever running again. They could have ousted him out of the party. They could have kept their old conservative shit. But they wanted the power. And they gave it to a madman. Oh, here's a few things. I had this too. Here's a few things that Donald Trump has said over the years. 2011, in order to get elected, Barack Obama will start a war with Iran. 2012, Barack Obama will attack Iran in order to get reelected. 13, I predict that President Obama will at some point attack Iran in order to save face. And then in 2013 again, remember that I predicted a long time ago that President Obama will attack Iran because of his inability to negotiate properly, not skilled. I guess Donald Trump couldn't negotiate properly either, huh? Everything that comes out of his fucking mouth is projection. And the internet lives forever. It's all projection. Every single accusation is a confession. Now, this was in 2011, 2012, 2013. Not knowing that his words were going to come back to bite him. And you got Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker fucking Carlson, all these people are coming out against Trump with this whole Israel thing. I mean, I love it for him. But this whole no new wars, all this crap that they were voting for, he is pissing off a whole lot of people. I have a Tucker Carlson. Did you see the clip of Tucker Carlson saying that Fox News was just propaganda for elderly people to keep them scared? I'm trying to pull up the video. Hold on. I 100% believe it too. But
Hello.
hello, darling. How are you?
I'm good. Question for you. Did you just now see me in the box?
Yes.
My iPad has been doing that to me. I will request to get up on someone's panel, and I literally have been in a couple lives where they're like, well, no one else is requesting up. Have a good day. Bye. And they're gone.
I almost did.
I'm like, I'm in the box. So,
I almost did it a minute ago because I'm like, well, there's really nobody in the box, and I'm like, well, let me talk about this a little bit. I was wanting to talk about a couple more things, but I was like, well, nobody else is coming up, but
I was trying to get up here before Oslo left too, because he saw my note in the chat. I was making a joke, and I said Christy Nome fell down the stairs stealing her own purse to blame it on a migrant. And then he was like, maybe she fell down the stairs. And then he was like, no more stairs for her.
no more stairs for her. Yeah.
And I was like, no, don't spread that information. I was just being funny. Before that, I said she cracked her neck because of all of the weave on her head. It was too much weight.
Somebody also said that from the bad filler.
That one too. But no, I was wondering, my iPad's been doing that. And earlier you were having the trouble bringing people up. My phone was doing that to me the other day too. I'm like, TikTok is TikTok.
Oh, hold on. I was gonna show this clip. It happened to Matt last night. Not Matt Angry, but Matt 2 or whatever.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
He was on last night. He couldn't bring anybody up. He had to start over twice. Okay, this is Tucker Carlson with Steve Bannon of all people. Here we go. Literally just admitted that they turn up the propaganda machine to keep elderly people fearful and on their toes or whatever.
Seems accurate.
My parents bought it.
He certainly wasn't doing this.
He was doing the same thing. I was gonna say he was getting paid heavily to do that.
To go to Russia of all places and talk about how great it is.
My parents have fell for every bit of that. My parents have been brainwashed by Fox News. And so has my in-laws. My husband, my husband too. Oh, Ava and Chase went to the beach, to the in-laws' house with their dad for Father's Day.
Yeah.
And she came back and she said she overheard them talking, and they were saying that the whole No Kings protests were a hoax. Not like you can just turn on the TV and see all the coverage, but she said she just was like, literally, hold on, see if you see my eyes. She's like,
I saw a video on here where the guy was like, too bad No Kings was a flop.
yeah. I'm like, oh no, not 13 million people showing up. No, that was a figment of your imagination.
Right.
Oh, and they literally believe this shit, Mitria. They believe it. They really do. They literally believe it.
If Trump says there's a fire, then it's on fire even when it's not, and vice versa.
I'm like, there's a reason why I'm not allowed their home anymore, because I just blew them up right then and there. Like, actually, you know what I said I'm gonna do? Because I have video where I went to where I beeped and honked and went and got out of my car and kind of joined the protesters. I'm gonna go post. I haven't posted on Facebook in years. I'm gonna just go post those 2 videos because I know my mother-in-law will see them.
I love it. I love it.
Ah,
It is self-soothing, isn't it, Hannah?
oh my
And
god.
that's how we're getting by. They're just self-soothing and they're gaslighting each other, and
It's crazy though. But the thing is they believe it. It's sad. It's so sad. I mean, honestly, it's really sad. They really do believe it.
I know. I actually said on my live today, I was like, I don't know how they will spin this war.
I think this will be his undoing. Well, she also said that, or the family when they were talking, that the only people who believe in God are Republicans.
Oh my.
Ava always gives me the tea. She always tells me the crazy shit she hears when she goes over there. She hasn't been over there since Thanksgiving.
Oh wow.
So she filled me in on all the crazy shit, and I'm like, oh my god.
Wow.
Because they won't say that stuff when I'm there, because they know I'll put them in their place.
Right.
So they wait till I'm not there, which is why I'm probably not allowed over there anymore. Well, I was uninvited from Christmas, so I haven't tried going back over there again because I quite honestly don't want to. But I'm like, that's why they don't want me over there, because they know I would be like, mm-mm. I won't hold my tongue. Ava's a kid; she'll hold her tongue, but not me.
Wow.
I don't want to be around them anyway. I mean,
I know I'm not a Republican. Apparently you are.
I'm like,
Sorry to know that.
they're like, Democrats are demonic and all this kind of stuff. But that kind of rhetoric though, Matria, is really dangerous, because that's what that man, the assassin, he was part of the New Apostolic Reformation Church. He had gone to their seminary or whatever, and they're part of this Seven Mountains Mandate thing. And so the reason why she was arrested is because she sent a family text and said dad went to war.
Oh my goodness.
They truly believe that there's demonic people and that's what needs to happen because they're demonic. And so that's why all this shit is really, really, really fucking crazy and scary, which is why she was arrested, not just because she had money and passports on her, but because she had sent that text out that said dad went to war today or this morning or something like that. But these people believe that they're on a mission from God.
Democrats are the ones that are violent.
This is nuts. Yeah, I know. Us Democrats, we're so violent. We're such evil. We're the demonic ones. But even Trump, but even Trump has said that in his last thing. He's like, Democrats are evil or demons or something like that. It's like he's trying to cause more violence against us.
Oslo was up here earlier and said the math ain't math.
Yeah.
Math is really not math. There's the statistics between political violence from Democrats versus Republicans is not even close.
It's nowhere close. Yeah. Oh, do any of you guys like to watch the Food Network?
I do.
Do you know Chef Ann Burrell with the blonde?
Ann Burrell.
She just passed away.
No way, really?
Yeah, she's at 55. At 55 years old, I love Ann Burrell. Wow. I watch the Food Network all the time. I really like her. Oh my God. I just got the breaking news. Sorry, I didn't mean to be so dramatic, but I really like her and I really like the Food Network. So I was like, I watch all the competition shows. She hosted the one with the worst cooks in America, which those are fucking hilarious.
Those are so good.
That made my heart hurt because I really like her. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean so dramatic, but I was shocked. She just got married. She's only 2 years older than me. That's really young. I don't know how or why or what. I just got the breaking news on my phone, and I'm like, no, I didn't know she was sick at all. No, nothing disclosed yet. Okay. Oh, anyway, sorry. Didn't mean to be over dramatic there,
I
but
don't like that, y'all. I don't like that. I loved her.
I did too. Oh my. Yeah, the blonde woman, the short, spiky hair. She's a firecracker. I loved her. She had the best laugh and the best personality. She just got married. Ugh.
Trump gave another 90-day extension. Is that true?
I don't know that. That's why I didn't say anything, because I just don't know. I haven't verified that yet. I mean, he only had 2 more days left, so he had to piss or get off the pot. But I'm Rick. Rack?
Yeah, it's short for Raquel.
Raquel. I figured. I almost said Raquel, but I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it wrong, and it was something else.
No, that's totally fine. I just discovered something yesterday, and I wanted to share.
Okay.
The owner of the company that I work for, I am an administrator for a hospice company. I just discovered that his flavor of the week, if I can say that, is a Trump supporter.
Oh.
And yeah, and I felt like I really got baited yesterday trying to have a conversation with the CEO, and we were obviously discussing finances, and she said that she was going to write a letter to Trump because Trump was going to save us.
Oh my Jesus Christ.
And I have never bit my tongue so hard in my life, and I thought, this cannot be the company that I work for. This just cannot. Dimitri, I love you, by the way. You're amazing.
Oh my God.
I didn't even know what to say. They know that I'm in Washington State, close to Seattle, and I take part in as many protests and as much as I possibly can, other than working a 50-hour week. My kids are grown, so I can go out there and do it myself. And this last weekend, we took masks, we took goggles, we took everything we could just in case, because we didn't know.
No, we don't know.
And
it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, and I volunteer with Mobilize as much as I can. I drive around with a sign on my car.
Wondering pizza, thank you.
Sign in front of my house. I'm an ally to all.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was raised by a cop, so you can just imagine. I was then married to a cop for 12 years, so at 50-something years old, the madness has to stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just, honestly, it made me think twice about who I worked for. I mean,
yeah, I agree. I wouldn't want to.
I'd have given her the address for Cal. I'd have said 10 Candy Cane Lane, North Pole.
Val, I love you too. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to just say that to Demetria. I've asked you questions through chat before, and you're amazing, and you always answer, and thank you for that. But I have been with this company since 2018. I take care of the deaf and, I deal with death and dying every single day.
Mm-hmm.
I love our patients. I love my job. I worked in emergency rooms for 13 years and watched people roll away and never knew what happened to them. And now I care for people where I can take care of their families and love on people. And I just am mortified that someone like this would have influence over.
Anything, right?
It's like, it doesn't matter.
They're human beings, right?
I'm listening to that, and I talked to my coworker, and she's like, she's baiting you.
Yeah, she is.
She's baiting you because she knows how vocal you are. And I've said to him out loud, I said, I blame you for this. I've been in enough trainings and things that are changing in 2026 with CMS because of our administration.
Right.
That's my job, and not only taking care of people, but making sure we can fund a company and exist out there so that we can care for people. And I'm listening
Right.
to these guidelines being cut, and if Medicare gets cut, I lose half my staff because I can't afford to pay them.
Right. Do you Medicaid too, or just Medicare?
We stopped taking Medicaid because Medicaid wasn't paying, and I can't keep a business open with taking Medicaid. And the business is based out of California, and anything Los Angeles County based is, we were looking at 90 to 120 days out.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah, I know Medicaid, and their reimbursement rates were horrible.
Oh yeah, they're pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
I'm so sad for patients, and then to discover that Flavor of the Week, who says now he's going to marry her.
Oh God.
I know. Anyways, that's my drama for the day. I appreciate it.
Well, maybe the only good thing out of that will be that he ain't gonna do shit to save anything, and then she'll be mad at him. We can only hope, because he ain't gonna save you.
Well, and the worst part is, it's like she's a Hispanic woman. She has brown kids, and literally on the tip of my tongue, I from this live, I'm saying roaches parade, roaches parade. Inside my head.
Oh my God! What is wrong with people?
It's just hard to believe after everything that's gone on. It seems like it's been going on now for years, realizing it's only 6 months.
I know. Oh, she's talking about her boss at her job. His new Flavor of the Week, who he says he's going to marry, is going to write Trump a letter to try to help save their business or whatever, so that they don't get the Medicare cuts and stuff like that. So that's what we're talking about. Everyone's like, who? They missed the first part apparently. So they were so lost.
Yeah, and exactly. I know I'm not supposed to read the comments, but you're exactly right. Poor can't get care because medical offices can't wait 90 to 100 days or 120 days for payment.
No.
I have to write threatening letters after people have passed that we're going to sue insurance companies, and then miraculously we get checks.
Right. I know. I did medical billing for an ophthalmologist. Very different, but still. It's yeah.
And I've listened to Dr. Keisha many times and her talk about her panels with obviously medical specialists.
Dr. Sharon and the other doctors, and yeah.
Yes, and it's like these beautiful, wonderful women who want to share their skills and the reason that they've gone to school all these years. And the only thing that's going to prevent it from helping people is that people don't have the money to pay out of pocket.
That's it.
Their insurance isn't going to cover it. There's a large portion of hospitals in Los Angeles County that are no longer taking Blue Cross Blue Shield because they don't pay.
Crazy.
And the Blues have always been the biggest in this country, right?
Typically, yeah. Oh yeah, and they've been around the longest, and like United Healthcare and Cigna and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, they're not paying. When hospitals say I can't take a Blue product, we're in trouble.
Yep.
But anyway.
I agree. Well, thank you, Raquel. I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you for being there.
Of course.
And thanks for bringing me up. Have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Oh, you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I did just look it up, Diava. NB 25 minutes ago is saying there's another 90-day extension.
Okay.
So you can take that to the bank.
Another 90-day extension for TikTok. Okay.
Okay.
So we get, I think this will be the last one, to be honest with you.
They're saying they want it to be.
I think it'll be the last one. Either they're going to have to do something or it's just going to go away. I mean, because, Congress passed this a long time ago. Not that I want it to go away, obviously not, but something's got to be done because they have to be in active negotiations for it to be able to be stayed or whatever. So, and they're supposed to demonstrate that they're doing like ongoing negotiations, but dude, he can't negotiate with a fucking paper bag. So,
Right. Yeah, they said they're going to spend this 90 days focused on helping China divest. And
Yeah.
so they'll see what they say from there. I don't see it happening, but
yeah, I don't either.
But you can drop me down. I gotta get ready for my show.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Mitri. I appreciate your
Love you.
love you. Bye. Hi, Jen. Jen. Okay. Maybe that was a tapping error. Alex, hi. Did you vote Harris or Trump?
Sorry, not Trump.
Not
So
Trump.
Sorry.
No. You're like, hell no, not Trump.
Yeah, no, please. I'm sorry. I'm so nervous right now. I've never done this before.
Oh, no, don't be nervous. You're amongst friends. Don't worry.
For sure, but if my wife knew I was in your life, she would be mortified.
Oh, that's okay. We won't tell her.
She might be listening. That's the problem.
She might be, and she's like, oh my God, what are you doing?
Yeah, for sure. But I just wanted to say hello to everybody.
Hi, Alex.
Again, this is my very first time. I have a genuine question, something that I'm about to go into.
Sure.
And I'd love some advice from you and Val and anybody.
Sure.
Really. So, I knew my parents were MAGA. I was socialized and raised MAGA my entire life,
Right.
even before MAGA was a thing, as y'all know. And anyway, when the election happened, I made that clear cut with my parents and my brother, my only surviving brother, that so long as they supported this fascist, they were fascist, and we weren't having holidays or any of the such birthdays, nothing.
Right.
We don't do any of that. So since then, my wife is totally separated from them, as she should be. But it's a little bit complicated because my grandma, my dad's mom, has reached the age where she's now brought into the fold and we're taking care of her. And because of that, and she voted for Kamala as well,
Okay.
I'm struggling because on the one hand, I want to show that tough love that I think MAGA needs.
Right.
But on the other hand, when it comes to talking on a daily basis, we very much are cut off. When I talk to my parents, it is absolutely, how is my grandmother doing? What's going on with her? Like right now, she's in the hospital. And so I'm talking to them a little bit more regularly.
Sure. As you should. I'm going to just tell you that. And I don't know your family dynamic. And you asked for advice. So I just want to tell you mine. My parents, everyone in my family's MAGA. Okay. I have an understanding with my parents because we would fight every time we would talk and get into fights, and my mom would end up crying because I don't hold back. And so basically we had to agree that we're not going to, for the sake of holidays and to maintain any type of relationship. I don't talk to them every day. I don't see them every day, all that kind of thing. I keep my distance as far as the daily life. But for like holidays, birthdays, or like a sick loved one, my mom broke her arm and had to have surgery and all this stuff. And so, we only talk about anything political, because I told them I cannot have a relationship with you if anything political comes up and I have to hear you talk about it. So perhaps in this instance, just say like, listen, I know we need to communicate because of grandma, but we have to keep it just to grandma and nothing else so we can have an amicable time during this period. And then you can go back to being separate or whatever, but And it sounds like that's what you're already doing, but maybe just make it known that you're you're going to be conversing with them because of the grandmother. And
No,
it's
they are very much aware of that.
okay.
The issue I'm having, I'm sorry, I was giving you a little bit of like the.
Oh, I'm sorry. I cut you off too soon.
Fine. I was
Okay.
mortified to interrupt. So.
I apologize. Go ahead.
No, you're fine. So anyway, so the issue that is kind of coming up is both of my parents' birthdays are at the end of June, and mine is at kind of like the beginning, middle of July. And so now is the time, you know, in between Thanksgiving and Christmas to where there are holidays, you know, we've kind of been able to dodge that bullet to where they're like wanting me and my wife to be a part of
Mm-hmm.
a celebration. Now we're quickly approaching the moment where I kind of have to tear the scab off of that wound to be like, hey, nothing's changed. I'm sorry that if you've gotten confused because we talk about grandma, but nothing, my sentiment, especially my wife's sentiment, has not changed. And so I've scheduled a lunch with my mom for next Saturday to kind of, because she's definitely the more reasonable one.
My mom is too.
Unfortunately, she is kind of at the whim of my dad, but
Same with my mom.
yeah, it's kind of her own doing. Like that's just the way she likes to do. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so I have a scheduled lunch with my mom, and I've been going back and forth. I think I figured out how I'm going to approach her. Kind of like, you know, it's going to be maintained, the relationship we have, very obviously strained because of what you support. And kind of, I think I asked for advice, but I guess more I'm verifying my thought process here. I think that in that lunch, I might just like proverbially use a temperature gauge to figure out if maybe anything in the last 6 months has changed for them. Because, I mean, good God, you'd have to be blind, deaf, and dumb not to realize something is very wrong.
I mean, even Stevie Wonder could see what's happening.
100%.
So maybe you could just be like, has anything happened since since he's taken office that has made you change your mind? And then just leave it open. Don't ask for anything specific.
Yeah, I'm definitely afraid.
And then, but if she says no, then you'll know she's still nothing's changed her mind. And then you can just say, okay, and then you know.
Yeah,
and then you can just tell her, hey, the division or the separation that we've had is going to continue other than when it comes to a grandma.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. Thank you so much.
Because, Val, do you have different advice? Because you do think different than me.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not much different there. I mean, this is a hard situation for anybody.
Very.
There's a line in the sand, and the worst thing you can do is move that line.
Correct.
Okay, and I mean, because that's really the thing. I mean, you can say, grandma is, this is all we're going to talk about. This is what we're going to do, and if she, if you cross and say, hey, I just want to know, you know what I'm saying? If anything's, based on your thoughts in the country, I wouldn't even put it to him. I'd put it to the country.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, especially now.
How do you think about what's happening to the country? That's a much better question. And just see, and if she has no response, or is like, I don't know, I don't see, you'll know.
Yeah, and then say, okay, until you know or understand what's going on, we're just going to keep our relationship as it's been the last 6 months.
Right.
Yeah, because I think if I attack Trump, you'll get that cultish knee-jerk reaction.
You'll get the defense.
Get the knee-jerk reaction of the having to defend.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming up and asking. Thank you for trusting me to come up for your first time. See, it wasn't so bad.
No, it wasn't so bad at all. Almost makes me encouraged to do it again.
Yeah, come anytime.
All right, thank you guys. You can drop me down because I am totally new to this.
I got you. No worries. I got you. Thank you so much, Alex, for coming up. It's 7:00, guys. I am done. Thank you so much for being here. He was our last guest. Thank you, Val, for being here with me today. Thank you guys for the taps, the likes, the loves, the cash apps, the Venmos, everything. But just more importantly, thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. And thank you for all of the kind words and everything. Just we need each other to get through this. So I will be back tomorrow. Looks like we got another 90-day reprieve for TikTok, so I'll be around at least another 90 days on TikTok. Going to get some UFOs. Yes, Maui Wise, go get some UFOs. But you guys have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern, and we'll do it all over again. Mwah. Love you guys. Bye. All right, YouTube and Twitch, I will see you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time, and we will do it all over again. Mwah. Love you guys. See you later.